Well, I believe in good vibrations is what creates a beautiful nation. All you need is the will to do right, do right, do right.
And we're live. Welcome to a brand new episode of Anecdotally, It's Treason then. I'm your host, Jay Fry, and with me, as usual, is Garrick. How's it going, Garrick? Josh? Sean?
I'm here.
Oh, yeah, okay. Fuck those other guys.
I have to be.
It's the only way this thing gets done.
It's the only way this happens.
Yeah. That's fine. There's two people it takes to run this show. That's us.
Very true.
The rest? Fucking... not tailgaters.
Did you even send them the link
coattails.
today? Did you send them the link? I got to verify.
I sent them both the link.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I said, fuck all of you who I have to do this show with. You get it in a tweet. Josh gets it in an email, and Garrett gets it in a goddamn text message. So you all get your each individual's private invitations, and you're the one that shows up. But the fucked up thing is because all this stuff is separate, because I'm not allowed to tweet, actually. I make the meeting. I then have to email it to myself because Garrick requires a text message. So instead of just copying and pasting it in the tweet so we all get it, I have to email it. And since I'm already emailing it, I include Josh in the email to myself. So he gets the link, and then I can then copy it to my phone's email, from my phone's email, and put it in a text message in which you also get. So everyone's happy, and no one's showing up. You're all fucking dicks. But I got you, and you is all I need.
True.
You hit the button, you hit the other button, and I just talk for 2 hours.
Hey, I commit.
Yeah, what the fuck's Garrick doing? Making noise in the background. He won't even mute himself while not talking.
Garrick has a very loud
reality.
Cajun family.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I've learned over the years is that Cajuns are loud cookers.
I was talking to Diz the other day. We were texting, and she's making, well, I don't know if she did or not, eggs Benedict this morning. And I'm like, I don't like hollandaise sauce. And she's like, I'm not doing hollandaise sauce, I'm doing a bechamel. And I'm like, that's hollandaise sauce. Hollandaise sauce is a bechamel with fucking egg yolk. She's like, well, I'm doing a bechamel with cheese. And I'm like, well, that's just a fucking roux with cheese. And I spelled roux R-U-E because I've never seen it spelled before. And she Cajun attacked me with R-O-U-X, like a individual who attacks people over their spelling of words they've never seen written down before. Like, you're looking at what a bechamel is. Get the fuck off me. But
A hollandaise doesn't even have flour, so it's not even a roux. Proper hollandaise, anyway.
isn't it oil, flour, milk, and egg yolk?
It's the way I make it. It's egg yolk, butter, and some lemon juice.
That doesn't sound bad.
3 ingredients.
I think you're doing a lazy
3 egg yolks,
hollandaise.
2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and a stick of butter.
Oh, so I saw a meringue made the other day, and they did a hack. Fucking hacks. She Are you eating?
I was having a
Oh, I'm telling. Was it a sugar cookie?
No, it was a chocolate chip.
No, they're good. They rubbed garlic on their fingers, and then they were able to pick up. It's a dressing or a sauce, depending on really if you put it on lettuce or if you put it on an egg. And they were able. They rubbed a cleaned garlic off of the paper, and they were able to pick up the egg yolk, and it was like just the yolk, and it almost like stuck to the fingers. And I'm like, does that work? I didn't have any garlic, but I have minced garlic, in the jar.
Uh-huh.
So I basically just like stuck my fingers in the juice because there's a bunch of juice, and it fucking stuck to me. So I ended up having like a 2.5 egg omelet because I ended up just fucking pouring the egg yolk all over my damn self when it wouldn't get off my hand. I'm like, too good of a hack. My bad. Sorry. I went through probably last year, maybe 2 years ago, and strengthened my egg game. I bought like 36 eggs, and I got all my eggs down. Every way you can make an egg, except for boiling, because they just fuck boiling eggs. I get that practice.
Well, I will say fuck poaching eggs. I'll boil an egg. Fuck poaching eggs. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. You don't have the Petri dish?
No.
Get the Petri dish. It's so freaking easy. Or you can do you have a metal ladle?
Somewhere.
Right.
Might be in the camp kit at this point.
Mm-hmm. Pan the ladle, boil it, turn it down to a rolling, like a simmering boil, and drop the egg into the ladle. Dip in the ladle. If you're making an egg for yourself, if you're doing it for a family, then you got to do like 4 Petri dishes.
Right.
But just drop it in, and the water covers over it. But it's a slow boil. It's a low boil, so it's not kicking it up all over the place. And you've got the hot water on top and the hot water underneath, and it makes a pretty good. You flip it over at the end, and it's a nice dome.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah, it's super easy. But the Petri dish is.
So hang on, Sully's almost there. Poached egg with hollandaise and a slice of ham on an English muffin, and you've got eggs Benedict.
Mm-hmm. We made it back in home ec, so like 23 years ago. But I was responsible for the English muffins, and I fucking nailed it.
Put them in the toaster, did you?
No, I had to make the English, dude.
Oh, you had to make the dough?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, you had to come in an hour early, 2 days that week.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Hot tip,
thankfully,
if you have young boys, convince them to go into home ec.
Absolutely, I couldn't recommend that enough. Unfortunately, I slacked off a lot in school, so I didn't take it as seriously as I should have. And if I could do one class over again, it would be home ec.
I learned how to sew. I learned how to wash and clean dishes and cook meals.
Yeah, I was fucking around during sewing. So first off, fuck straight needles. I only use safety pins. And which is best because if you're stitching up a sleeve or something, you can literally wear it inside out, safety pin the hem where you want it, and you can take it off without stabbing yourself. So safety pins above straight needles.
Agreed.
But I forgot to tie off my
they cost 3 times as much, but yeah, fair enough.
It's a one-time expense. It's $4 for 200 safety pins of varying sizes.
Fair enough.
And you don't need that stupid pin cushion.
Hey, I like my Cheeto pin cushion. Thank you very much.
I got a tomato, and it's got a strap on it, like I'm supposed to wear it on my wrist. I've never used that thing. Well, yeah, I learned scrambled eggs. I learned English scrambled eggs. Not a fan.
How's that?
Double broiler or double boiler,
Why?
and like,
That's like
yeah, like,
why? That's like way more work.
oh my god, it's so much more work because you don't even have a spatula. You literally use a egg beater or whatever you want to call it, and so you've got a saucepan with boiling water. You put it the eggs on top, stir it for 30 seconds, take it off while stirring it for 30 seconds, put it on for 30 seconds, and they're just gross. Like, they're still wet. And oh, that's also something I learned was the timing of how wet your egg should be before you take it off versus, oh yeah, it's a bitch. Look up Gordon Ramsay scrambled eggs or
Stop right there. I lost all respect for Gordon Ramsay. All of it. I don't care that
I have the opposite.
That he
Go
is
ahead,
really
Tim.
good at dissing people. I've even lost that. The motherfucker can't even make a grilled cheese sandwich. If you can't make a grilled cheese sandwich, I don't care how many fucking Michelin stars you quote unquote have or had at one point, you fucking suck as a chef.
What do you do?
He took thick artisanal bread, put on 2 hard cheeses that don't really melt, and cooked it over an open flame in his fireplace and burnt the bread. There was no heat in the middle to melt any of the cheeses, and he's acting like it's the most gorgeous thing he's ever cooked. It's disgusting.
Did he shred the cheese?
No. He cut it into blocks, like 1/4 inch to 3/4 inch blocks, and put it on the bread that is itself about 1/2 inch or more thick, both slices.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, he mangled the shit out of grilled cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So screw that guy. I don't take a he may be good at running restaurants, but he cannot cook for shit.
Oh, I've never made anything he did, but Jamie Oliver, is he English?
He is English, yes.
All right, same thing. Same thing. But I never had any respect for Gordon Ramsay. Just a loudmouth who just won't shut up and yells at people. Didn't care for him. But on YouTube, he's got he does a thing with his kids involved, and like he teaches his son how to cook. And gentle, loving, warm. He's a bit fidgety. Like, I don't know what it is about. Like, he's just jittery, and I don't like that. But it made me not completely hate him.
I don't hate Jamie Oliver.
No, Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, I mean, like, again, he may be an awesome businessman. He may be an awesome restaurateur. I don't know. I just know he can't cook for shit.
Well, what's that other English guy? The big dude. Dan. Apparently, he was supposed to have been like a Navy cook, but he wasn't a Navy cook, and like he got like stolen valor or something.
Oh, the guy on Food Network.
Yeah, the big dude.
No, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Again,
Speaking of, do you remember that big
why are
black
we
chef
taking
at
cooking
Trump's?
lessons from anybody from that godforsaken food desert of an island? They eat eels, for God's sake. Jellied eels.
Yeah, okay, you're there. I don't do Food Network anything, but I did. I got into cast iron cooking because of Elton Brown and his.
I have ultimate respect for Alton Brown, which gets me because he wasn't necessarily a culinary guy. He was a video guy. He was a guy who did and then he's like, I kind of like cooking, so I'm going to go ahead and start cooking, and learned it basically by science, not by hoity-toity. You know, I don't know. Did he go to Cordon Bleu? I don't know if he went to Cordon Bleu or not. Either way, I have ultimate respect for people who cook like Alton Brown because he's explaining how stuff works and what makes it good.
Yeah, like I learned the Maillard reaction from him, which I don't freaking care to. But his steak, absolutely delicious. Almost anything else, fucking garbage. Like there's like a level of taste that chefs have that we don't have that I don't care for, apparently. Like they're like, oh, and just add a hint of nutmeg. And I'm like, you can't taste that. Well, apparently they can taste that. And I'm like, I can't. I'm not adding it.
Okay, so I used to think I was just a basic food bitch and I just liked what I liked and I just liked normal everyday cooking. And when we went for our wedding 10 years ago, we went to Wolfgang Puck's Lupo, and that's where we had our reception. And the food was good. Jesus. The food was good. I'm not going to lie. It was good. Like, better than you're going to get at, Outback or, any of the normal chain joints. It was good food.
Okay.
But for the price, I was like, wow, they're just really selling up the name here. This food is... I mean, I can't complain about the food. It certainly wasn't bad. Nowhere in it was it bad, but the price was a little bit of a sticker shock. And I'm like, why do people spend this kind of money on food that's this? I'm like, yeah, it's good, but it's not fantastic. Once everybody left, and we stayed an extra day, I went to, took the wife to Emerald's Fish House. Holy shit. I paid $400 for just me and my wife. Oh, and that food...
Holy shit!
That food was outstanding. I'm like, oh, now I get it. There is a level of food that is worth this exorbitant price. I will, every day, any day, if I'm taking the wife out for a nice meal, I will go to Emerald's because that food is outstanding. And like way better than Wolfgang Puck's.
I did $600 once.
I do remember this story.
Yeah. Everyone was super pleased with everything. Didn't care for it myself. But I just wanted to cry. It was not worth it. Like there were 7 fucking courses. And it's like everything was like on a goddamn cracker. And I'm like, where's the cheese at this point? But I've never had that meal. Like I did $50 per person at a Brazilian steakhouse, which was like okay, but nothing to write home about, man. So I am basic food bitch. Like 50% chance my macaroni and cheese has cut up hot dogs in it. not 50 because actually I like I've tried probably 7 different ways of cooking macaroni and cheese, and it almost hurts when I spend $25 on ingredients for macaroni and cheese. But I've literally never made anything with heavy whipping cream besides macaroni and cheese. I don't drink coffee, so the only time I've bought half and half was for fucking macaroni and cheese. I've done roux for macaroni and cheese. I've done bechamels for macaroni and cheese. I've to date, my favorite mac and cheese is fucking 19 cents, and it comes in a box. And the only thing different is instead of using regular milk, it's evaporated milk.
Oh, is that the? Yeah, evaporated milk does make everything awesome. Is that like the state-provided shit that they hand out for commodities or whatever?
No, it's literally like, first off, Kraft. Kraft has, it's Food Club, or it's Food Land for me personally. But Kraft is like 59 cents, and I would get that, but Kraft noodles suck. The sauce isn't bad, but the noodles are iffy at best. Now, I don't even enjoy, like, you can buy Velveeta cheese sauce at Dollar General. And it's the sauce that they put in macaroni or shells and cheese. And you could buy the most expensive shells on them available in, the food pantry or whatever. No, I would still rather just have elbow macaroni noodles and the cheapest goddamn packet of just add water and butter macaroni cheese. I don't have the taste for it. Plus, I'm a smoker, so figure I've got like half the taste buds of somebody normal. But
you have about as much taste as somebody with the coof.
No, because when I had the coof, I couldn't taste nothing. I was eating healthier with the coof, and just knowing I didn't like it. Like it'd been like the first time in like 2 years I'd had Brussels sprouts.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not like against Brussels sprouts. They're one of the things I would normally eat. But I was knowing I wouldn't have enjoyed it if I was eating it.
Mm-hmm.
But I had like steamed broccoli without cheese on it, which is why I buy the Velveeta cream, the spread sauce cheese.
Okay, so for the broccoli, do you do the frozen broccoli or do you do fresh?
I do fresh,
Yeah,
but I do frozen for Brussels sprouts.
Oh,
yeah. I haven't really made a distinction for frozen versus fresh Brussels sprouts because there's no real savings for me. I eat Brussels sprouts like 2 or 3 times a year, and I don't mind them. I mean, they're not my favorite or anything, but I don't mind them.
I hate to break it to you, but they're not really a thing here. Not in my family, at least. Not in our cuisine.
Mm. Yeah. I buy fresh broccoli because I can cut it into smaller florets. Like when you buy frozen, you're kind of stuck to what they give you.
That's true.
And to me
Plus it's
personally,
stemmy.
Well, I like the stems too. So I cut them up so they're half the size of like a regular. Like my florets are twice the size of my stems, and I put the stems in first, and they steam for probably 2-3 minutes more than the florets.
Yeah,
they're called florets, right? I'm not just being an asshole.
You're not. That's what they're called.
Yep. Make it fucking sure. Because if I was supposed to be saying like buds or something, I'd want to at least get the correct.
But I like,
nomenclature.
I don't mind broccoli at all. Like with just even a lemon, a little bit of squeeze of lemon and a little bit of butter. That's fine. Cheese makes everything better, so I'm not gonna say no to cheese on broccoli. But I've learned to eat broccoli much more close to plain.
I want to say you're wrong, but you're not entirely. You're only half wrong. The thing that makes everything better is butter.
According to Pauline and the French.
Mm-hmm.
Which
well,
when
I mean, if you want to get down to it, technically butter is a cheese.
It's the fast cheese.
It's the fastest cheese you can make.
It's like, all right, we're at butter. Anybody want to spend 6 more hours, or are we just having butter tonight? All right.
Butter it is.
Butter it is. Yeah, I didn't. Just fuck it, man. But once I got my taste back, I didn't really get to. I don't like. Oh yeah, like the actual fucking like branch part of broccoli, I have to cut into like 6 pieces, but like the stem leading off of it, just cut into small pieces. But you can't really fuck with frozen broccoli because it's frozen. Like if you want, you can shatter that bitch. So I get fresh.
Yeah, I agree. You're not really even saving any money if you get frozen because you can get a weightier amount of fresh for the same price. The trick I've learned is that when you're in the store, you crack off that big old ass stalk of a stem, and don't buy it.
I am extremely happy with myself. I had stuffed crust, or not stuffed crust. I had double decker tacos. Not the kinds I wanted. It ended up being the nacho cheese taco instead of the regular double decker taco. I forget what the difference is. It was like a cheesy stuff, whatever. But I was like, oh, same difference, whatever. And I was like, you know what I want on here? avocado. So I go all the way over to the fresh foods, and I get avocado. Forgot lettuce. Fuck it. I'll have avocado. It's green. It works. And I molested like 16 different goddamn avocados. And I found 2, and I'm like, you guys will be perfectly ready in 2 days when I eat you. And I cut the first one open, and it was absolutely perfect. And I cut it in half. I slap my knife against the seed, and I pull it out. Came out perfectly. Cut it into 4. Peel came off perfectly. I was so happy with myself. Took a bite of it. Perfect. Start cutting into the second one. While I'm fucking with the second one, I end up completely eating the first one while I was fucking cooking. I was like, oh yeah, don't do that. That's why I got 2 of you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, well, I ate one, but it's the good kind of fat, right? I'm practically losing weight.
They're good for you.
I mean, the only downside is, having to buy it from the cartels.
There's about a 15-second window when they're ripe.
Yeah. Well, I had finished cooking the meat. I had put the taco shells in the oven for 5 minutes, and I had a bunch of bullshit in front of my microwave. So I took the shells out after 4 minutes, put the Velveeta cheese, because that's what it came in, on the soft shell, slapped it on top of, I put the shell inside it, and then I put it, ass side up so that the shell was facing the heat element, one of the heat elements. And I cooked it for another 2 minutes. And in that period, I ate a fucking avocado. Because, it turns fast. I had made the mistake once of I have to make guacamole because I'm one of the 10% where cilantro tastes like soap. Yeah. And like pretty much everybody I know is like that too. You guys?
No.
I've had cilantro that tastes like soap, but normally it doesn't. So there must be some point in the ripening process of cilantro that whatever chemical that is really starts to produce.
Garrick?
No, cilantro's always tasted like cilantro for me. I guess I'm just lucky.
Okay, well, 50-50. Fuck you guys. Would ruin my streak. Like here I was almost like in the gay community with that 5% of people being gay, and they're like just everyone they know is dicking each other.
That's still a gross overestimation.
5%. It's the LGBT, the T, and the G.
That sounds like a lot of people.
It's probably them and their families.
Mm.
My nephew came out as gay, and I was like, yeah, we know. Like, I've known you your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I am finding it hard to believe that these people didn't know their family was gay.
They just didn't want to accept it. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But at a certain point, like, I mean, he's my nephew. He's not my son. Like, I'm not 24/7 there. But, like, he was gay the whole time I knew him. Like, it was just, you gay. But, I didn't have to deal with, like, oh, your friend wants to stay the night? This friend of yours? But, the hell are you guys spelling? And stop. Nigbutt. That's nice, guys. Clever, classy. You guys are doing great.
We're professionals.
These guys are not professionals. I don't know what Sean was doing to ruin that, but it's about time. Did you just guess at a letter? Like, oh god, anything but G. Garrick, Mike Hawk wants to know why you're gay. I'm assuming
Do we have a
that's for you.
downvote?
We do. Oh,
Excellent.
Sean
Mike's
was going to
here.
ruin that, but yeah.
Do
Do you know where else
Mike
Mike
was?
Oh God! Apparently this week,
Anything but G.
In the Viva
Well,
Fry chat, which
I mean,
I
to
have to
answer-
have Mike Hawk.
to answer Mike Hawk's-
moderation.
To answer Mike Hawk's question, I guess
I'm
I'll
Do we
have
have a
to
downvote?
default to what
We
every
do.
closeted
Sean
Mike's
was going
here.
to ruin that.
Hollywood
but, yeah.
star says.
Do you know where else Mike
Pictures-
was? Oh God!
Pictures of my hot fiance.
That's a terrible defense, even though you're straight.
Mm.
Like, that's what the
I
beard
don't know what to
is.
say. That's all I got.
How about just be like, I'm not. I know you are, but what am I? I'm rubber and you're glue, homo.
The what?
But I'm rubber and you're glue. You don't know that one?
See, the problem is that if you put up a picture of your quote hot fiance, you've opened her up to being judged. And do you want to take? Is that a risk you really want to take?
Yes.
The guy's name's Mike Hawk. Really? I mean, how seriously can you take him? I mean, granted, fucking most faithful viewer we have. Dick hasn't voted up once, but still.
He just shows up to that.
He does
download, that's all.
interact, so I mean, it helps the algorithm technically.
Yeah, our algorithm. Up to the 4 people who watch, including us.
Hey, we're up to 8 now.
I'm on my phone, actually, so that's 2 of us. No, it's,
You're double that.
I did that one time when I went to the bathroom to hear what you guys were saying. I'm like, oh, I gotta. Didn't plan this. You wanna? Whose dog is that? Anybody?
That's the dog in the backyard.
Yeah. You wanna shut that window? It's Arizona.
It
Fuck
is
you.
shut.
We actually have news topics. We could probably talk about any one of those.
We got several we could talk about.
Oh, damn it! I almost referenced Magic wanting to fight me, but I didn't. In the loyal fan base. You wanna? Well, we've never been shadow banned, or at least we can't tell.
I don't even think we make it into the algorithm, honestly.
Oh yeah, Steven does count as 2 people viewing. He's like, I'm watching it on my TV, but I'm commenting from my phone.
So we literally only have 4 people watching twice.
No, we've got Black Magic, Sally, Mike, and Steven twice. So that's the 5, and then there's me and Sean. That's 7.
Mm-hmm. And me makes 8.
Are you on the YouTube?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so then it's not counting us apparently. The one who's watching.
I say I don't think it counts me because it knows who's doing the streaming, so I don't think it counts me.
Well, usually when I click on, like, while you're making it, or once you've finished making it, then I'm usually like one watching, and then I give it a like because I'm not a dick. But if my count's right, there's the likes from everybody in chat and me, and the downvote from Mike because he's Mike, and Garrick didn't even like his own stream. You fucking dick. He didn't want to yell at for it. Hey, Poet's here.
Hey, I haven't seen Poet in a while.
Mm-hmm. Well, I follow him on Twitter, so I learned his
like
fans
that puts you in quite the conundrum because
do not like me.
You pussy, but you don't want to be a pussy. So
I've gone in this chat, and I'll make a comment, and like I get like shitty replies back. I'm like, oh, this is not my group of people.
Oh, by the way, Garrick, switch to live chat. You'll actually see it in real time instead of.
No, I'm getting caught up now.
Oh, okay.
I don't care, Matt. You're still here and it counts. Give it a like.
So, which of the news items should we tackle first?
You want to go with Emperor Palpatine on screen, or you got
Might as
something
well.
better?
Yeah.
I'm paused. I always pause as soon as we start, so I don't know what we're actually looking at. I'm looking at John Kerry. Is this about him talking to Iran, like the entire Trump administration, or is this
Kind
something
of. He's actually gone. I don't know what position off the top of my head he holds now in the administration, but he does hold a position in the administration.
Isn't he
But
Secretary of State?
I don't know. I don't believe he's Secretary of State. That's what he was under Obama. Let me look this up real quick.
I guess I just cut because I mute. Yeah.
Okay, so right now he is the U.S. Special Presidential Envoy for Climate. So he's in some sort of bullshit position, is what he is.
That's the gayest thing I've heard since Stephen forced me.
But apparently he was over in Iran, like he was during the Trump administration, mind you, and talking shit and basically saying that, telling him that Israel has attacked their assets or their interests in Syria over 200 times. So something outside the purview of anything to do with climate.
Did we talk? I don't think we did, but did we? I'm almost sure we didn't. Did we talk about Israel blowing up the Iranian nuke factory?
We have in the past. I mean, how many years ago was that? That was a while ago.
That was 3 weeks ago?
Oh, they did it again.
Yeah. The exact same way.
This I had not heard.
Like
the
the 300-pound desk. Yeah, they did the exact same thing again. Hold on, let me look it up, make sure. I was watching a Neo live stream because I fucking love those.
They're good if you've got half a day to kill.
Hey, shut your mouth. Dude, we did 3.5 hours with Neo, and then I did 4 hours with him after the stream until 4 a.m. And it was just him and I talking. Mm-hmm. We fucking covered Bolo Ying, his swim across from China to Hong Kong, his rise in oh Jesus Christ. We got into like he'll go fucking esoteric on any topic, and I will dig down until we'll be talking about like characters that were in plays that weren't in the movies but also wrote about those movies. Actually, if I could get him on to talk about the upcoming West Side Story, I will dig down until 1997 on a play held by Kirsten Bell in Northwoods High School that she did before she moved out to Hollywood. That she helped us with West Side Story at my local high school. Bombs? I think bombs might work. Bombs.
All right. Well, you look that up, Garrick. I got to inform you that you fell asleep on the stream last week.
Yeah, I know.
You were sawing logs that put you right up there with Mr. McFatter.
Oh, that's all right. We're getting a little mean now.
It's not. It's not the first time that's happened, though. Honestly, so. I'm not that ashamed about it.
All right, April 11th.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just happened. But the exact same way, that same fucking 300-pound desk.
So what you're saying is that Iranians are kind of dumb.
Would I do it to you twice? Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Yeah, the Semtech Semites at it again. But yeah, so Kerry's a fucking dick, and he Logan acted the entire Trump presidency, but of course they're not going to get him for it. What's her nut? Did you hear about the migrant packages that were being sent out to the children that contained Harris's fucking book?
Yep.
I'm not sure if it's the "and then I said freedom" book,
no,
but
there are superheroes everywhere. It's that book from 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. And what gets me about it is that it is such a transparent grift. We're going to supply these kids with, care packages. Okay, that's a nice thing to do. So they put in random shit, toothpaste, toothbrushes, whatever, which I'm sure are probably donated by the companies that manufacture them, because it's basically the same thing you give to college kids. You give them a shave kit and toothbrush and toothpaste and all that shit, and then they end up buying your product for the rest of the 4 years they're there, or if not longer. Could be lifelong.
Oh yeah. I don't like to switch up on stuff personally.
All right, so it's kind of the same thing. So I'm sure all the toothbrushes and the toothpaste and all that shit is provided by Johnson & Johnson or Gum or whoever, which is nice, and that's fine. I've got no problem with that. But the thing is that they're tossing in her book, which means that there's an organization out there who went and purchased all of her books at retail so that they can put them in here, and she's making money off the deal, and just in order to dispose of these fraudulently purchased books, we're going to give them away as welcome kits,
which probably counts as charity and as tax deductible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Meanwhile, she's still making the profit off the sale.
Mm-hmm.
And
she plays it both ways.
Who bought it? Oh, the taxpayers bought it. That's who.
It's not illegal to sell 10,000 copies of your boring-ass book. It's only illegal if you force them to read it. God, I loved A Distinguished Gentleman. I just liked Eddie Murphy.
I've got a kid having a tantrum, so I will be right back.
Okay. Don't worry, Garrick will fill in.
Okie dokie. No, I'm just about as bad at this as Sean is. Don't even try.
Don't
be
ask mean to Sean.
No.
Don't be mean to Sean.
I'm complimenting him. I'm worse than him.
He said I'm almost. All right, so that's all right. So, did you hear about the recall efforts for Gavin Newsom?
Yeah, I've been listening to Dave Rubin, and he's been keeping up on it pretty well. So,
okay.
I'm somewhat, aware of it. How many signatures they got? 12 million or something like that?
Did they get that many?
It was in the millions.
Well, I read the article on it, and what they did, which is super shitty, is they counted until it reached certified numbers for the recount or the recall. So he hit the election. They hit the numbers they needed, but now they're saying it's going to take them 3 months to do the pricing out how much another election would cost, which literally should be the cost of an election. It should already be there. They had one last year. Had to check why Black Magic got muted. I'm okay with it. And I'm just making sure. Enjoy that 5 minutes, Magic. It's all you, buddy. Brought to you by Sean. Funny enough, you're not quite up to 6 hexahammers level, but you've been blocked by the best, my friend. Jesus Christ! I tried to take the heat for that one, and Matt wasn't having it. But so they got the bare number necessary to call for the recall. Now there's a 3-month period where they're going to put together the numbers for a new election, and in that time, anybody who has confirmed their signature can withdraw it, causing it to fall below the threshold needed for the signatures, which means they would then have to go back and further count the signatures. This recall stems from like April, I believe, of 2020. So it's now April of 2021 and it finished. He's going to be out of the office before there's the need for an election.
Well, they're playing delay tactic bullshit games like they always do, just procedural bullshit. And what scares the shit out of me is that I saw a post by Gavin Newsom that got thrown onto Twitter today about how they're following the science and things are going to go well for California and things are going well and they're going to change the COVID response and yada, yada, yada. And there's
Who's
so
that?
many fucking sycophants about Gavin Newsom cheering him on. You've done such a great job. Gavin Newsom 2022, blah, 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 blah. Just all this dick-sucking bullshit on this cockbag.
Way to be super hetero and homo at the same time there, buddy. Yeah, I can't stand it. But did you guys watch the stream last night with the girl, last night breaking into tears over her 6-year-old being masked? Apparently she has a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old.
Good. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
More of
Dude,
that, less
was
of everything else.
that was some
Heartbreaking.
strong stuff. And I loved the applause she got afterwards. And I know Matt's not a fan of applauses for bullshit, but I am. And I liked it. I don't get triggered, you fucking pussy. No, he doesn't like applause. Garrick, where's your list of movies? We spent like 2 fucking hours on live stream developing it, and you haven't sent it to Blonde?
Yeah, I haven't sent it to Blonde. I want to kind of iron out a few more things because we didn't do a whole lot of sci-fi, and there was something else. I'll have to look at the list again.
Obligatory SpongeBob-esque 2 months later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but she... Oh, well, I said French is working out for you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was really it was disheartening just to see like how emotional she got over it. And that's the thing. These people they elect to these student councils and whatnot. Their kids don't go to these schools. And I personally, we had a teacher in my school whose kid went to the school. And yeah, you fucking know it when your kid's in the school. You know when a superintendent's kid's in the school. If there was the kid from one of those 5 people in the school, you know it. And she didn't mention it. And I'd like to think she would have. We now have an 8th person watching. I'm pretty sure it's still Magic, but he's under his new name because he's not waiting the 5 minutes to say something. Way to be a dick.
It's almost over.
It's got to be close by now. Did you actually have anything on Carrie? Because we ended up going over to the
it was breaking today, so there's not a whole lot of good detail out there yet to really break it down. But yeah, just John Kerry doing anti-American John Kerry bullshit. I mean, he's true to form, if nothing else. He should be nowhere near Washington, D.C., and somebody needs to rid us of this turbulent Herman Munster impersonator.
What is he, the climate czar? Presidential envoy of climate bullshit?
Yep. The U.S. Special Presidential Envoy for Climate.
Yeah, that's climate czar. Nonsense.
That's why
Magic?
he has to fly around the world in private jets because, that's
Magic, you there, buddy? Yeah. Garrick, you got any topics?
No, I've been willfully ignorant of the news as of late.
So you showed up late and have nothing.
Exactly.
Could have taken 5
Still
minutes
doing
out
better
to...
than Josh.
Fucking Gen Z. There's a
Are
reason
you?
guys
Are you
aren't
Gen
getting
Z?
No. No, I'm a millennial, unfortunately.
You're Gen X, right, John?
Yeah.
Gen X in the house.
The best generation.
We'll take on outcomers. Just watch my hip.
We're not quite
mean,
there yet.
It's fine right now, but I'm worried about the future.
Right.
Looking out. Looking out for number one. Let's see what we have over on Michael Jackson's Innocent tour.
Before you get there, I'll just touch on this real quick, but because I haven't looked horribly into it, but there is a audit happening here in Maricopa County for the 2020 election.
Cyber Ninja.
Huh?
Cyber Ninja is doing the ballot recount.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know the name of the company, but
yeah,
there is there's just some nonsense going on with it. I guess the judge who was supposed to have the hearing recused himself today, like at the 11th hour. So that's fun. There was a thing over the weekend where the Democrats tried to file an injunction and a stay of the audit because they were using blue pens instead of the red pens that are illegally required. Much like the callback to the complaint about the election itself, where we are required to use black pens on our ballots, and some people were using blue ones
or Sharpies.
They used to originally hand out Sharpies. We used to have to use Sharpies, and then they changed the machines that were doing the counting, and now you're not supposed to use Sharpie, I guess, and are supposed to use just black ink.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's a hot mess, and the biggest standout is that the Democrats, for having won the election in Maricopa County, sure are putting up a hell of a fuss about proving it.
Well, yeah, the new thing, and with the new judge, it's the cyber ninjas are perfectly acceptable with giving the information to the judge, but they don't want it put out there, which is 100% understandable. One, it's proprietary, and two, if you put it out there, then they can figure out a way to beat it. Like, that's saying, okay, what happens is we don't test for steroid. We test for what the body makes out of steroid. So if you're clean from the steroid, but you're only the P-test level of clean through it, but your body's still using steroid and producing steroidamine, we test for steroidamine. And then after that, the doctors, because literally the scientific goddamn community is behind this, like West Germany or East Germany, Russia. You know, there's swim teams in East Germany that are deeper voices than Barry White. You know, but they're not there to say, like, literally. They called them out for it in like 1980, and it's like, whoa, these girls have really deep voices, and the German coach is like, they're not here to sing, they're here to swim.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have like government sanctioned doctors who create the exact drug in a way that keeps it from being found on tests. So if you find a test for steroidine, they then make it lifting or whatever, and they change up the formula in a way that they get past the judges or the scanners, testers. That is why you don't give out your method of testing. So it's a perfectly reasonable and proprietary knowledge that the judge can see it and understand it, but not the populace at large and or Dominion Voting Company. Bottom line, you don't connect your goddamn voting machines to the internet. There is no way in which that is necessary, but they do. Like, land to each other to tally votes, not to the World Wide Web, and get sent to servers all over the world in your tallying system. No, it's not necessary. And any system that does not count a vote for Donald Trump or a vote for Joe Biden as a whole number and not a decimal point is made to be rigged. Because if there's a decimal point in that system, it's made to split votes.
Yeah, there's
no
no
way
need
around
for a counting algorithm at all.
Mm-hmm.
You just count. I don't even think they need to be land together. You can just have each machine tabulate what it receives, again, only in whole numbers, or null for no number, and spit out those results. And then you have you say this machine counted X number of votes for so and so, X number of votes for Y or whatever, and then this many non-votes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what was the little device people used to use to count the little thing that you slide the ticks across?
The Scantron?
No, not a Scantron. I'm talking like ancient times, ancient Rome.
Punch cards. Oh,
Further
ancient
back.
Rome's? They literally would count them. You
Yeah,
put your
they had
vote
fucking
in a
pebbles.
pot, and then you count how many votes are in the pot.
But what was that little device that they would have that would you'd slide the little things to keep track of what you were counting?
Oh, you mean
Are you talking about an abacus?
He's talking about
Abacus. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was
Thank you.
That was China abacus.
that's about as basic as you need to be. You don't need anything more complex than that.
Yeah.
In computer form.
Scantron. No. Fucking, we're talking about abacus. Abacus. Abascuses.
Abacuses.
I still remember trying to like reason with my 5th grade teacher about, listen, I suck at multiplication tables, which means I can either write them out, which would be exhausting, or how about I promise you I'll carry a calculator with me? So you're not going to carry a
doesn't work
calculator
that way.
with you. And I'm like, yes, I will. Because, dude, we got you by a minute. Go ahead and downvote us if you don't like it. But she's like, you're not going to carry a calculator with you. I'm like, yeah, I will if I suck at math. I'm like, I'm wearing a calculator watch right now. I'm not allowed to use it. What a liar she turned out to be.
A teacher? Lying? What?
No. You have no idea how many times I've taken a calculator to the shitter. Every day.
Well, I mean, we're old enough that pre-cell phones, that was just entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I got boob. Oh, I got boobs. I got shell oil. Got what else can you write? Fucking, I don't know. That's about all I ever did. What else can you write on? My grandpa told me the story of he's like this many troops go to Saudi Arabia, and this many troops in Saudi Arabia fight, and you subtract this many from this many, and who won? And I'm like, and then he turns it upside down and it says shell oil in the calculator. I was like, that's funny, Grandpa. You're dumb. Yeah, I miss my grandpa. He was hilarious. What else we got to talk about? Oh, yeah, because if you forget your cell phone, you have to read the fucking ingredients on your goddamn shampoo bottle for the 3rd time. my grandpa had this. My grandpa was a collector. He collected all sorts of bullshit, like anything electronic. He was a lover of technology, but he had this switchblade that had. It was a swing guard switchblade. I told Stephen this story, and I've always wanted one. And having told Stephen about this story, I was like, you know what? I should check and see if they're in stock, and they're not. But I went on to a website that had them back ordered, and I'm like, oh, fuck it, back order one. I'll get the goddamn thing in 3 months. Well, I just got shipment information that it was just sent out from Florida today. So by this weekend, I will have a 3.5-inch swing blade stiletto in black.
Nice.
Probably made in China.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
But fingers crossed. It made it. It got shipped on the old Evergreen Express, and it's finally here now. That's the thing. It's still clogged up. What's going on with Evergreen? Is it good now?
No, I think they flushed and jiggled the handle.
Yeah. Did they turn the boat off and turn it back on again, and now it's working? Yeah. So what else did I look up? Looked up the Harris bullshit. I looked up the Gavin Newsom bullshit. We saw the John Kerry bullshit. I didn't watch the Oscars bullshit, but I'm sure black people won in like every category.
It was either black or women, and I did see something just before I left work today. Apparently, and we're talking literal lunacy here, one of the award recipients, some gray-haired broad standing in front of another group of broads, literally made some sort of comment about a spirit wolf and then bayed at the moon like a wolf during the Oscars, like as part of her acceptance speech. So you can, well, hell, I'll do it. I'll actually put it on the screen because
don't do that. We don't. Our guys don't deserve that. They're good people. I think he needs. They brought her male co-star to fix her fuck up. I think her male captain to fix her fuck up. Captain spelled correctly, so maybe she has a captain. I don't know.
Yeah. Here we go. Chloe Zhao explains Frances McDormand's Oscar wolf howl. Okay, so Frances McDormand wolf howl. Let's see if I can find a video.
I wish I had a dog that wasn't run over.
All right, here we go. Let's pull this up here.
No,
do this.
Shoulder to shoulder in that dark space and watch every film that's represented here. We give this one to our wolf.
Who you got?
Hey, that's my line.
So that happened during the Oscars, apparently, which was surprisingly not a huge ratings draw.
Really? Surprising?
Oh,
honestly.
Oh, Fargo chick. I know her.
What were the ratings this year? How much
less than
lower
10
were
million.
they this year? Ooh.
So they went from a high of like almost 50 million in 2014, and then they've been consistently dropping to back in 2020 they were at like 22 million, and this year it was less than 10 million.
Sounds about right.
Is it Oscars for movies? Why was Young Sheldon nominated?
Who knows? Maybe there's a movie.
No, it's a TV show. Was there a movie Promising Young
I don't
Sheldon?
know.
Because
do they count made-for-TV movies? Because there was probably a made-for-TV long version of a Young Sheldon episode or some bullshit.
there's a vagina monologue about it. Because the character it's based on is gay. Or no, like the person playing the character is gay, I guess.
So, yeah. So that was a complete goat rodeo.
Jesus. Yeah, I don't watch it. I don't watch Major League Baseball. I'm not gonna watch anything
losing
that
the MLB this year hurts. I like baseball, but I cannot abide what they have done. Therefore, they will not get my viewership. I will not be buying anything from their sponsors. They can eat
you don't know that.
a dick.
You don't know that you won't be buying anything from their sponsors. You don't know their sponsors.
Well, let's see. Not buying Budweiser. Not buying Coors. Not buying Doritos.
Not buying Dip. I'm sure Dip's one of those.
I have no plans on buying an automobile this year, so that covers all the major car manufacturers that love to advertise during sports.
Sports ball.
So I'm pretty safe to say I'm not buying any of their bullshit.
Doritos. Yeah, okay. That's maybe fabric softener or some bullshit just for the ladies. Yeah, no, I'm not doing it either. I'm not a big watching sports fan. I played sports once upon a time in my youth, and to me, watching a sport is like sitting out with an injury. I don't need my life.
Hey, Black, you know they put chemicals, aspartame and other addictive chemicals into your Diet Coke to keep you hooked, right?
Adrenochrome. No, maybe not.
And why would you buy Coke at all? For God's sakes, go with the king of colas. RC or nothing. Pepsi is woke. Coke is woke. You might as well stick with a company that can, play the middle.
Let me tell you a little story about a young up-and-comer named Fago. They were so unwoke, they once sponsored the Insane Clown Posse while they were getting disbanded as under the RICO Act and made a hate gang. or whatever fucking happened to them. They got RICO'd, didn't they? But, oh man, I don't know what they do, but there's like 20% more bubbles in Faygo products than any other. It hurts to drink them sometimes.
Knee-High, also an underrated cola.
I never had Blue Knee-High. I don't even know what that is.
Knee-High is just another cola, and they have about 18 bajillion flavors like Faygo does. Or Fanta.
Oh man, Faygo is good. It hurts to drink Rock and Rye. like I learn a lesson every time I do it. Like, oh yeah, this product hates me.
You're contributing to the problem, Steven.
Yeah.
Buy Dr. Pepper and RC only.
Dr. Pepper's a Coke product.
No, it's not.
No, Dr. Pepper's independent.
It's available at any place that sells Coke, fountain drinks.
And some places that sell Pepsi. It's independent.
It's independent.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
and if you're in Texas, you can get 3 liters of it.
That's what I'm missing here in Tennessee. I love the mountains and stuff, but they don't have a decent Coney Island anywhere. The closest you can come to a decent Coney Island is a Denny's. And Denny's is a sad excuse for a Coney Island.
I found something better than Sioux City, Mike. And I cannot, for the life of me, remember the name off the top of my head right now. But it's better than Sioux City's
Jones?
Sarsaparilla. No, it's like Werner's or something like that. Hang on.
Oh, well. I am not a Coke fan, so I will drink. Well, first off, I'm not a seafood guy anyway. But I had a girlfriend who absolutely loved Red Lobster's cheddar biscuits.
Sprecher. Sprecher is better than Sioux City.
Sprecher?
Yep.
Well, I think we've already distinguished that there's a very distinct difference of sassafras, sarsaparilla, and cream soda and root beer, right?
Yes, they're all different.
Sassafras.
Okay. Am I confusing that?
Yeah, you are. Sassafras is not part of. It's sarsaparilla. It's a root beer. I worked at A&W when I was 15, and we made the root beer in house, which involved a very big paddle and a fuck ton of sugar. But just making it yourself, like, there was a certain amount of pride to it. And I drink the shit out of that stuff, like just floating. But at Red Lobster's, they had the root beer that came in a glass bottle, and I felt mature. Like, I know I'll take a mug, but I'm gonna drink it from the glass bottle because it's named beer after all. Isn't there a Horehound pop?
A what?
Horehound without a W? Horehound pop? No idea. But then again, I have no idea what Green River and Big Red and glass bottles is.
Horehound soda. Yeah, that's a thing.
Oh.
So is Horehound beer, apparently.
Nice. Are you playing a game, Garrick?
Yes.
Yeah. Turn down the volume on your fucking joystick, apparently.
Horehound beer or Horehound ale is a soft drink, alcohol-free, carbonated beverage, flavored primarily with herbs, principally Horehound, go figure, double hops, and cane sugar. It is drunk in the southern United States, Australia, and England.
Well, yeah, I got nothing. I don't care.
I got nothing either. I don't think I've ever had it.
At this point, I'm not trying new sodas because I'm not drinking soda, period.
Good
So
call.
I'm not going to go
Too
out of
much
my
sugar.
way for pop or soda pop or any other shenanigans. I gotta keep an eye on my calorie count.
Right.
Got my girlish figure to look after.
Maynard is a boomer officially. He likes hard candy.
Hey, I do too. My favorite thing is whenever I go to Cabela's or Cracker Barrel. What's that brand that still sells root beer barrels?
Yeah, hell if I know.
Clays or something like that.
Werther's
Something like that.
Originals?
They do the lemon drops and cherry flavors. And no, but their root beer barrels are the shit. The cherry flavored candies aren't too bad either.
I have a box of Werther's Nips here, mostly because it's slightly racist, and I thought that was funny. So I bought a box of Nips.
Dad, how come you squint every time you open them? Shut up, son. Get your shit together, Hudson. getting fat. I got fat 30 years ago. I'm just keeping it up.
He's trying to make weight.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucked up is I was the only one who didn't have to make weight on the wrestling squad. Like, I'm like, no. You could wrestle at 215. You just have to drop 40 pounds. I'm like, or I could wrestle at 275, and I'll take on the biggest motherfuckers around. You could make weight, and our 215 was a junior, and he'd gone undefeated for 2 years, and I'm like, or I'll go the next one up. So my freshman year, I wrestled with a senior who was 265 fighting or wrestling at 275, and he whipped my ass that entire year. But then he graduated, and I got the benefits of him whipping my ass by whipping everybody else's ass, except for the 215 guy, who was a fucking roid head, and never got tested for it. But my God, that guy was injecting into his buttock. Good guy, if you didn't piss him off. But
it was going to happen eventually.
He blew up on a couple of occasions. Which wasn't uncommon for Garden City, which had the Ultimate Warrior was wrestling at the Cobo Hall, and the my city, Garden City, had a Gold's Gym, which was partnered with the WWE or WWF at the time. Back, this is how far back it was. And the Ultimate Warrior flipped out and threw I'm assuming a heavy plate, because he's not going to mess with no pussy 5-pound plates, through the front window of the gym, and Hulk Hogan and Kevin Hall had to wrestle him back into the building, and he was naked and running around Ford Road in a steroid-induced rage.
So, almost all professional wrestlers you can do an impersonation of. I dare you to try to do an impersonation of the Ultimate Warrior and make it good.
Oh, no chance.
How the hell do you impersonate somebody that balls out crazy?
Almost anybody I do comes out as a shitty Macho Man Randy Savage. Except for Scott Hall as Razor Ramon. Just because there's the accent there. Kofi Kingston. These two Jamaican brothers came from Jamaica to the WWE 5, 6, 10 years ago, whatever. And their accent was so much better than Kofi Kingston's, because their accent's real, that Kofi's like, I want to stop doing the accent, Vince. He ended up.
They discontinued Surge, Maynard. That's why they brought it back for a half-hot second, like around 2014, 15, I think.
You can still find it in some stores. I know our local racetrack has it.
Back when I lived in Denver, and he's right, it's pre-energy drink, so it was kind of like the citrus version of Jolt. So you would get it to stay awake and everything. I drank so much it turned my shit green.
Jesus Christ, man.
I was like, maybe I ought to cut back.
No, it was I think he actually threw a dumbbell, but I actually do know that they're 45-pound weights are the big ones. Although my weights were plastic with cement on the inside, and they were 25 pounds. But you could put like 5 on each side. God, those things were gigantic. They have Surge on Fountain at the nearest Burger King to me. Good Lord.
Those are two things that are just wrong. Fountain Surge is wrong. And Burger King is wrong.
Yeah, that was my local go-to. It was right by my work, and I would stop and pick it up on the way into work. And like, I had to fucking cut that out because there's a camera in the drive-thru, and they would finish my order for me, and I'm like, okay, I'm done here. You can tell by my bullshit car what I want. I become a local at the goddamn Burger King. The messed up part was there was always a 30-cent fluctuation in my order at any given time, and it was just a double Whopper with cheese meal with the. But I think what it was is sometimes they charged me for ranch dressing, sometimes they didn't charge me for ranch dressing because I did my fries with ranch.
Burger King has the exact same fries as Jack in the Box.
No. Checkers has the best fries.
Is that like Rallies?
Yes, same thing. Same exact thing, depending on the state.
Oh, they just opened one down the street. I gotta go over there and get myself a fucking grease burger. Rally's burgers are awesome.
Arby's fries are good too.
Yeah, they shut down our Checkers here in town.
Fuck a Sonic's fries. No.
No, they're very
I don't care
for
any iteration of Sonic fries.
Popeye's fries are probably the best.
For straight fries, yeah, but curly fries.
No,
are
they're
better than Popeyes.
they're seasoned fries. They're seasoned
right,
fries.
but they're just straight fries. They're not like curly fries.
Yeah.
They're just salt and pepper.
Yeah.
No. They have a skin to them, or like a batter on them or something.
No, all right. For plain fry, it's curly fry. I mean,
I got
Arby's.
your Arby's, Mike. Sorry, Jay. I got your Arby's. I went and I ordered off their secret menu and got myself a meat mountain last week. I agree with you wholeheartedly that it's puke.
What's a meat mountain?
Is literally every single one of their meats inside of a bun.
Oh, I just get the half-pound fucking burger and it's too big for your head.
Yeah, no, this thing was huge. It was probably a good 3 or 4 pounds of meat.
Good Lord.
It was large and in charge. It cost $10.
Jesus Christ, man.
Well, the half-pound burger costs 10 pounds. Maybe it's a whole pound. It might be a whole pound, but it's still 10. That's $10.
Cost 10 pounds? What?
10. No, it's
suddenly
8
he
pounds.
moved to
It costs
England.
I know, right?
All of a sudden, we're paying for stuff in pound sterling. What the fuck?
I ordered the Wendy's when Wendy's was kicking somebody's ass in the Twitter comments.
So every day?
Whatever it was a big deal. Like they birds to be really good. Not unlike Steakums went hard on Neil deGrasse Tyson a couple weeks back.
That was pretty good.
So I have Steakums in my freezer. But I don't remember what it was, but like Matt went and he got Arby's too, or he got Wendy's too, and I ordered like a triple baconator, and that thing's too big for my mouth. So I'm like, okay, last time I ordered this fucking thing. Hardee's fries is like right on par with Arby's fries, and I've never had Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr. is Hardee's.
Oh, well then
It's just
I have.
Carl's Jr. is the Western version of Hardee's, which sucks because
It's like Rallies and Checkers.
Hardee's breakfast is fucking awesome. Carl's
I don't-
Jr. breakfast sucks balls. They're so
think-
different.
I think my Hardee's has a Carl Jr. breakfast because everything's on biscuit. And I don't care for biscuits. I like Steakums for Philly cheesesteaks. But my Philly cheesesteaks are bullshit on hot dog buns. they're 300 calories and it's like you cut up an onion and you cut up like 4 mushrooms and you fry it all together. and then you cook a single piece of steakum, and you tuck it inside the bread. Then you put the onions and the mushrooms inside it, and then you put a fucking torn up slice of provolone on top of it. And you wrap it up in tinfoil and you put it in the oven for 5 minutes, and it toasts the outside and melts the cheese.
I'm only gonna. That sounds fine, except that you need at least 2 steakums.
No, it's too much grease. Honestly,
You can drain them.
it'll tear through. It'll sog the bun. It won't toast. Plus, you go over the 300 calories. But you make 2 of them and some fries, and that's your whole meal.
Yeah, I don't know how it's different, Maynard, but I agree. They're the same company, but for some reason, Hardee's breakfast items are better than Carl's Jr. I don't know how it works, but it does. I
don't see it, dude. I'm a McDonald's guy. There's a weirdness to
McDonald's
a croissant sandwich. Yeah, for breakfast. There's a weirdness to the croissant sandwich I don't like. I don't like the sausage at Sonic. I don't do bacon in my. I've never had crispy bacon at a fast food joint. I don't order bacon at a fast food joint.
The only crispy bacon you can find at a fast food joint is McDonald's on their breakfast menu. The
really?
the bacon they put on the biscuits is actually crisp.
Okay. Well, I've refrained from ordering it because I love bacon and what they serve is shit. So I don't get it at Sonic. I don't care for their sausage. I generally don't do ham at breakfast time unless it's a fucking ham steak. So it's either a sausage McMuffin with egg or a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle. Biscuits are far too dry for me to enjoy, and that's all I see at Hardee's. So I don't do it. Now, like, I think Bojangles, which is almost exclusively biscuits, they have breakfast bowls, which is like a hash brown with an egg on top of it and cheese and sausage bits or whatever. I've never tried
Garrick.
it, but
Garrick, mute your fucking mic.
Chew away from the microphone, motherfucker!
Good God, man. All right, now that that's out of the way.
What? That was loud and grungy. But yeah, it's just McGriddles are fucking awesome. It's a pancake.
Well, I can eat one and enjoy it, but like that's like one a month, if that.
Dude, man up. Eat 3 and hate yourself like a fucking adult.
I would, except the fake maple flavor in them drives me nuts.
Oh my god. No, it's real maple. I made one at home once, and it's actual maple syrup because it has to crystallize and suspend itself inside the freaking batter. So it's 100% real maple syrup.
Oh, there's some chemical in it. There's some stabilizer in it that bleh.
Yeah.
The aftertaste.
which is funny because it's pancake syrup is what they serve with the big breakfast. So I'm like, why?
Okay, I'm gonna have to come clean on my guilty pleasure as far as the breakfast fast food goes. Jack in the Box is probably my favorite, just to get the breakfast platter.
Never done it.
Oh, it's so terrible, but it's so fucking good. It's hash browns, eggs, and bacon, and I think it's mini pancakes.
I'm gonna have to go pick one of those. Like 6. I don't think I've ever done Jack in the Box breakfast, so I might go pick one of those up tomorrow morning.
It's so terrible because it looks terrible, but it tastes so fucking greasy and delicious. Oh.
Well, see, I'm a fan of again McDonald's breakfast. Their pancakes are decent. Their egg is good. It's scrambled, and I like their hash brown. So it's freaking whatever big happy big fucking whatever it's called. They're across the board it's solid. I've never tried it at Arby's or I don't think Arby's has a breakfast menu. Hardee's or I've never tried. But I've never tried. Subway breakfast. But I've enjoyed recently Taco Bell breakfast. Not recently, but like they came out like last year, and I had it this year.
I have yet to have the Taco Bell breakfast.
Their Cinnabons are delicious.
Well, it's Cinnabon,
You get like
so duh.
you get like 2 for $1, and they're great. But their egg is decent. Their sausage is good, and it's a fucking tortilla or flour or whatever. They're good. It's Taco Bell, so you shit it out 20 minutes later. But that whole process of eating it, awesome.
Make sure you get the coffee black, and then you just go destroy a toilet, and you can have a good lunch.
I don't drink coffee. It's a fucking Mountain Dew at breakfast because I want it.
You gotta get the Baja Blast for breakfast.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Like, it's the one time I will not eat like the hash browns in the car, because I need to make sure I'm parked before. It's hard on a stick shift to clench your butt cheeks. I don't have a stick shift. I'm assuming pushing the gas while having to shit is terrible for you. Best greasy, delicious, unhealthy thing was that KFC. I never had a double down.
I could never get a double down either. And now the local KFC actually shut down. I don't know how that happens, but they did.
Mine is drive-through only. And they're gonna switch over to that meatless chicken, and I'm like, man, fuck you, KFC. They had pretty good steak fries though, not like the best, but pretty good. I've always wanted to try Crystals, which is like South White Castle. They have it gives me the shits, but their chicken wings were like the most spicy I could tolerate. So if anybody's had Crystal's chicken wings and thought those aren't spicy, that's how much of a pussy I am. And I'm bigger than you. Unless you're over 6'4", and I'm not bigger than you. But the double down was good. Damn, I missed it. So like, was it a meat patty inside the chicken, or was it like a lunch meat? What was it?
According to this, it was bacon and cheese in between 2 chicken breasts.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's why I didn't try it.
I don't like bacon and chicken together.
Bacon? No. Oh, I love a fucking cordon bleu.
I'm not a fan.
Which is ham. Usually, but I tried this thing because I thought it was fucking awesome. It was a Monte Cristo.
Oh, I've had those. Those are okay.
Yeah. Oh, it was so greasy. But I was like, oh my god, everything about this.
It was like a chain joint that did them, and what they would do is they'd make the Monte Cristo and then they deep fry it in like this panko batter, so it wasn't greasy. It was just really crisp and crunchy, and then they would serve it with like a jelly, and you would dip it in jelly.
Wait, okay, maybe I'm thinking of something else. Mine was it was like a grilled cheese French toast with ham and turkey.
That sounds right, with the exception of the one I'm talking about just happened to be deep fried in panko.
Oh, so it wasn't. I saw. It was the grossest thing. I watch a lot of. Again, Dancing Bacon. I mentioned it last week. I'll mention it every fucking week. I love Dancing Bacon. Asian street foods. So they take white bread and they butter it, and then they put on whole kernel corn from a can. And then they buttered the other piece of bread, put it on top, and then buttered that piece of bread and put more whole kernel corn on top of it, and then buttered. And so it was like 2 layers, like I don't know, like a fucking what's it called? Like a Big Mac of corn. And I'm like, all right, I don't know where you're going with this, but I'm following along. And then they dipped it into French toast batter, but like they did like multiple times, like the because they cut it into triangle slices, they dipped like the one side in, and then like each side sequentially, they would, instead of dipping the whole thing because it had to stay together and it would have been just soggy as shit. Like they dipped a side in and set it down on the grill. It grilled. They turned it to another side, and then each side of the the front and the back. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe. You fucking Asians are weird.
Seems like a lot of work to eat some canned corn.
Canned corn French toast, probably without cinnamon. But they've also, I think they just heard of ice cream sandwiches, but never actually seen one, because they literally put ice cream inside like a Hawaiian roll. And I'm like, could you never do that again in front of me? First off, I know you motherfuckers are lactose intolerant. So it's not even real ice cream. But quit putting shit between slices of bread. No. Thanks, Maynard. I was hungry. Just kidding. Still hungry. I'm a fatty. No, nothing like that. But I've seen them eat like scorpions and stuff. Or one time they got fish head soup, and like the dude plucked out the eyeball. He's like, "This is a delicacy." I'm like, "Not where I'm from, motherfucker."
Yeah, I don't buy the delicacy bullshit anymore. That's just how they make you eat something that's really gross.
Yeah, like fuck you and that fat guy from Indiana Jones with the monkey brains. You're just trying to make us do shit we don't want to. Plus, I'm like, how much of a delicacy is it if anyone can order the fish head soup? You know, it's not like there's a... All right, like, I get it. Like, a whole bowl, 300 pounds of meat, but only 2 testicles. I can see how bull balls, whatever they're called.
Rocky Mountain oysters?
No, I mean, there's something else. But I see how balls are more, because it's got to be harder to get. 300 pounds of meat,
because
only 2 balls.
Most ranchers will steerify their bulls, so there is actually an abundance of bull testicles in the butchery markets, because you don't want it to go to waste. You got to do something with all those fucking nuts. So that's how Rocky Mountain oysters became a quote-unquote Western Plains delicacy, because it was literally cowboys that only needed 1 or 2 bulls, taking the rest of the herd and turning them to steers.
Oh, I've told you guys my mountain oyster story, so we won't have to do that again. But well, and then I thought about it. It's like same as fish. I mean, granted, it's only like 7 pounds of fish in that fish, but it's only got 2 eyeballs still. But like every fucking fish head soup comes with a fish head. How much of a delicacy could it be? I think it's just gross. Like, you've mistaken delicacy. Just gross shit. I'm not gonna.
Well, it's like what is that? The fermented shark that Scandinavia is famous for. It's only a delicacy because at one point their ancestors were so fucking hungry that they thought the rotted shark is good enough and ate it anyway.
Yeah. John Witherspoon, a dear friend of mine who has passed away, had a YouTube channel where he ate soul food. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but soul food is nasty. I am an adult now, and I have a fondness for food from my youth, which were such things as government eggs. That I look back on fondly. I don't eat them now as an adult because I'm a fucking adult. So while I will gladly watch you make chicken necks or whatever the duck necks, whatever the pig's feet was something he made one time. Chicken's feet he made something. But I'm not gonna fucking go to a soul food restaurant, pay $12 for a plate where all the ingredients put together cost $3. Like, a fucking giant thing of pig's feet literally costs like $2. They're trash. And Anyone is lucky when you buy them. I think it was Duck Necks. I'm not positive though. I mean, he's on YouTube still. His son's doing commemoration. So John Witherspoon, spell it as if you were a black man, because that's how he respelled it. That's not how the family spells it. It's Witherspoon, like Reese Witherspoon, but he spells it Witherspoon. And yeah, he made all sorts of collard greens, shit like that. Turkey necks, that's what it was. Fucking whatever. What the fuck ever. Oxtails was another one he made. Which it looked disgusting and I wouldn't eat it, but man, that broth looked good. Like, well, just imagine how much marrow was boiled out.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's the deal with any of those weird meats like pig's feet and oxtails and stuff like that. You cook it long and slow enough, and with the right seasonings, it just turns into a puddle of marrowy, goopy goodness that does in fact taste good.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't initially smell or look appetizing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was gross. Like, the first thing I had to do was burn off the hairs on the chicken's feet. I'm like, nope, I'm good. Sally Toy says oxtail's good. I've never had it.
I enjoyed it the one time I did have it. Again, it's not something I'm going to seek out, but if it's served to me, I'll eat it.
He's done, I think he did fried chicken gizzards. Mm-hmm.
Been there, done that. They're good in stuffing.
Mm-hmm. Never done pickled pig's feet. Cartilage is chewy, I bet.
Yeah,
I watched the video of the Asian street food from Dancing Bacon. He got chicken's feet, and I've never seen anybody eat chicken's feet before. And it came in like a pack of 5 from a vending machine that you just toss in a microwave and nuke it for 45 seconds in a plastic bag. And I was expecting you eat it like a chicken wing. No, you eat it like a chicken tender. It's like, dude, there's bones. Yeah, apparently just fucking gnaw right through those. It's called cartilage, I guess.
Well, it's like eating sardines. You eat the whole fish.
Yeah, he's repeatedly eaten like entire fish before. Like they were just gutted and had like seasonings shoved inside. Mm-hmm. But like, yeah, like a whole fucking fish head. Like he bites it off, and like one of them had, I guess they were hooked and dried through the eyeballs, so the eyeballs weren't there. But it's still like the whole fish head was there. Or they were plucked out and served in some other delicacy bullshit. What one my grandma used to make?
Yeah, Maynard, that's who he's talking about.
Way to catch up there, John. He's like, I know somebody who's making shows exactly like he's describing. Yeah, it's him.
That's the guy.
Detroit-born John Witherspoon, friend of the family. He's got, I think, 9 brothers and sisters. Every one of them is arguably more successful, but less famous than him. Mr. Witherspoon, don't even know his first name, the dad. He's got like 2 of his sons are entertainment lawyers for Motown, and one's a pastor. Just a great family, excellent family. And Mrs. Witherspoon was like my personal Aunt Jemima. I love that. I love that lady. That was back when old black people were awesome. Now the old black people used to be young black people, and they suck. But John Witherspoon did an impersonation of his father, who was a hardworking man who raised an excellent family. and a very religious family. So he reminded me of a nostalgia for his parents, who were great people. But the food he made was fucking disgusting. No, I'm going back and forth talking between John Witherspoon, he did pass away last year, and he made chicken feet, but he was too good to eat the chicken feet on camera, so he pretended like he was making them for somebody else, so he never actually ate it. But I did see it get eaten on the Asian channel, and that is when they ate it like a chicken tender instead of eating it like a drumstick. God, John Witherspoon's hilarious. If you guys don't know who he is, I assume that's a clip of his, but he is the father on Friday. He's a very well-known character, actor in the Black community and outside it as well. What else do we have to talk about? Oh, I just name dropped 2 fucking people. Look at all the famous people I know. God damn. So I did Kirsten Bell earlier. I just did John Witherspoon. And later I'm going to tell you about the time I ate at Wendy's with Wendy. No, I didn't. So. Is she a real person? Does Dave Thomas have a daughter named Wendy?
He adopted a daughter named Wendy, which makes me appreciate.
Like before or after?
I think before, or maybe he was adopted. I'm not 100% sure. All I know is that they do a lot of adoption charities, and I'm all for it, which is why I'm happy to frequent Wendy's, and I normally only get their chicken sandwich, but I have no qualms with Wendy's.
Yeah, they're doing good, and I enjoy their Twitter. So I don't follow their Twitter because I'm scared they'll just like lash out at me.
Yeah, it was named after his daughter.
Nice.
Because her name was Melinda, but she couldn't say Melinda, so she used to call herself Wendy.
That's weird.
So was he adopted or?
Look him up. Dude, there was like a.
Yeah, he was adopted. So he was a big funder. He still has a lot of adoption-based charities because he was an adoptee.
Good for him.
Yep.
Passing it along to the next generation.
So kudos to Dave Thomas, R.I.P.
I've been trying to adopt this 7-year-old Vietnamese girl, but looks like it's going to take another 6 months, and she's only got 4 months left. So apparently I'm just going to marry her for citizenship. Hopefully she's dumb. Doesn't realize she's I conflated Dave Thomas and Danny Thomas for like 35 years.
That's weird because there is another actor named Dave Thomas.
Not him. Although his favorite movie, Mike, he was a what's the Canadian SNL?
Yeah, SCTV.
Yeah, he was a SCTV alumni, wasn't he?
Yes, and yeah. he was the other Mackenzie brother.
Yeah, he was. His favorite movie of mine is Santa Slays, which stars fucking Bill Goldberg.
I think almost every episode we've had in the last half a year has mentioned Santa Slay at least once.
Not the greatest movie, but it's my favorite movie with him in it.
Disney's Brother Bear is an atrocious movie that is only made good because there's a pair of moose in it that are played by Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Yeah. Well, that's not who played them, but yeah. Yeah.
Take off, eh?
I mean, if you think of moose, you definitely link it to Canada.
That's funny. I never did because I just knew moose roamed the New England and hell, they're even in Michigan, aren't they?
No.
You got no moose in Michigan?
Elk? No moose.
Really? That's odd. Because I know
we imported fucking wolves.
They're all over
maybe
New
it's just,
England.
Maybe it's just well, we're a peninsula. And moose are notorious for turning left, and they would have to turn right. But probably they're probably in UP.
Yeah, because I know they're in Minnesota too.
Well, UP and Minnesota are like
the same thing.
The same plane.
The exact same thing.
Yeah. Like, fuck. Dude, just growing up in Detroit and having like it gets cold, but like Detroit, there's parts of Canada that are lower than Detroit, barely, but still.
Yeah, Windsor.
Yeah. it's beneath us.
It's literally South Detroit.
Yeah. But like whatever like our worst day is, it's like, oh my god, 6 inches of snow, it's -4 degrees. He goes, and then looking at the UP, it's they'll be getting their 30th inch of snow today, and it's apparently we have to measure in Kelvin now because the numbers don't go that low.
Pretty much. I mean, the worst temperatures I ever remember seeing for a major metropolitan area is Winnipeg. I'm like, why would anybody in their right mind live in fucking Winnipeg?
90% of Canada is within 100 miles of the U.S. border. The population of Canada. 90%, 100 miles. There's like 7 provinces above the provinces that touch the border, and there's still 90% of the population is within 100 miles of the U.S. border.
You could say they're having none of it.
There's like, that means that like 7 provinces have less than 1% of the population each.
I'm very disappointed that my grade A Canadian humor just missed completely there.
You want to go back? I'll listen to it again.
They're having none of it. None of it being a Canadian province. That's above Alberta, I believe.
Isn't that Saskatchewan?
No, it's above Saskatchewan. Hang on, I'm going to pull up a map of Canada.
Yeah, that next time, apparently. None of it does not ring a bell.
All right, let's drag this up into the screen. There we go.
Fuck, I gotta go live again.
Yeah. Well, you can give it 90 seconds. Yeah, it's above Manitoba. This is grade A Canadian geographical humor, folks, and it completely missed. You guys are uncultured heathen fucks.
Well, you could say, as far as your Canadian humor goes, the chat is having none of it. Damn, that's fucking huge. And I am wrong. Literally, if I was to name them, I probably would have forgotten Prince Edward Island and New Brunswick, but I would have been able to name Ontario, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, British Columbia, Yukon, Northwest. None of it. Wouldn't have gotten it.
I can remember Newfoundland because I worked with a guy from Newfoundland. He had a funny accent.
I
But
also
Labrador,
probably would have named
I always
Toronto.
forget Labrador.
Okay. Well, I gotta check my the year of none of it. Was it a territory when you were in school?
What?
Because I don't think it was when I was in school.
I don't remember. I just know that once I got into hockey, I had to learn Canadian geography, so I knew where people were fucking from. Because other than Quebec and Toronto, I had no idea where anybody was, so I had to figure out who was from where. And I also had to stop saying Quebec and started saying Quebec, which just leaves the mouth dirty.
Fuck yes. It was the Northwest Territory until 1999. So I was out of school before it separated.
Before it became its own territory?
Yeah, and that is the same time that Newfoundland and Labrador got mooshed.
Okay.
So, that's right up there with always mistaking Georgia for the state. So, my geography courses in high school didn't fail me. See, I was honestly feeling a little bad about not knowing about none of it. But there was like 176 countries when I graduated. Or no, when I learned basic geography, basically. So then they started spreading from that bullshit. Northwest Territory was the northmost until 1999. So if you're older than me, you get a pass, Maynard. You're just wrong. But I don't know if I've talked about recently the argument my entire family got into watching the I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. But there's a bullshit line that's supposed to pass over most Americans. But they asked for the capital of Brazil, and they say Rio de Janeiro, which
it's Brasilia.
It's not. It's Brasilia, yes. But my grandpa said it before they did. Rio de Janeiro, and I'm like, Grandpa, it's Brazil. And he's like, it's Rio de Janeiro. And then they say Rio de Janeiro. And I'm like, no!
It was at a point.
Yeah, 1960. So it was when my grandpa was in school, it was Rio. Brasilia after 1960. So, my dad and I were arguing one thing. And I'm like, Grandpa, I did a book report 5 years ago. And unfortunately, we didn't have Google actually Google was a thing. We just didn't have access to Google at the time. We didn't know about it. So we had to bust out the Encyclopedia Britannica. So I literally didn't see half that movie. Apparently, Brandy survives and I'm a racist. That's all I really caught from that movie. I used to enjoy having the knowledge of the geography that apparently a lot of other people didn't have. Like if you, I have a hard time placing Colorado. Like I know exactly what Colorado looks like.
Yeah, it's a square.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's not like Idaho easy, but it's a Michigan easy, or peeing on Cuba easy. Thank you, Florida. But if like you want to be like, what surrounds Colorado? I'm like, I don't know, fucking states. I don't remember. I know it's part of the 4, right? Is it part of the 4? The 4 corners?
It
no?
is.
Okay. Well,
yes, it is.
Yeah. But I it's just it's one of those things. It's hard for me to place. But yeah, then the Soviet Union broke up, and I haven't had the same knowledge since they didn't put the band back together.
Maynard, it is always going to be Byzantine. Byzantium. The name of the town is Byzantium. Fuck Istanbul. And fuck Constantinople, these fucking upstart Christian bullshits.
Hey, he was a pagan most of his life.
I was going to say something to what you just said, too. Oh, I've got a globe in the garage. No, yes,
okay.
aspartame. I've got a globe in the garage that still that shows the definition between East and West Germany.
Yeah, mine probably does too. My brother has it, and it hurts me to this day. And I'm almost positive he doesn't know that there's alcohol inside the globe. And I'm never gonna tell him. He's like, fuck, this thing's heavy. And I'm like, oh, is it? I'll take it off your hands if you don't want it. Like, I'm sure it's, like, not good alcohol. But, like, I don't know how long a decanter lasts. But, if I can ever get that away from him, I fucking will. And we're not drinkers. So it's, I'll put a fucking gun in there. But I wouldn't be surprised one day if he accidentally nudges it the right way and it opens in half.
Wait, alcohol goes bad?
No, it just gets better.
Yeah, but not a decanter. I mean, it can
what
get
happened to the stream?
funny.
We're getting buffered.
All right.
Yeah.
Dude, I watched Mortal Kombat with Bunny Friday night.
The new one?
And yeah, who the fuck is Cole Young?
I don't know.
I don't remember a Cole Young from Mortal Kombat. Then again, I don't remember Art Bell, and he was in the first Mortal Kombat.
Art Bell?
Art Bell died.
The Art Bell?
No. Just regular fucking Art Bell.
I don't know who that is. I know who the Art Bell is.
No, he was a random... You're thinking of Gene LaBelle?
No, I'm thinking of Art Bell, the radio guy.
No. Art Bell was the black martial artist who talked to Johnny Cage at the docks. Like, fucking just random ass dude.
Okay.
And he got killed by Goro, and that's like when the tide turned. I was like, who the fuck is Art Bell? Anyway, this time around there was a guy, and I think he was like a red herring because they gave him a bracelet that was black and yellow, and like he was I thought like they wanted to believe that he was Scorpion, even though he wasn't. Scorpion pops up in like the last 10 minutes, but does great work.
No, but he was in there.
Yeah, he was.
Wasn't Scorpion yet.
No, well, yeah, Scorpion wasn't Scorpion yet, but I thought he was gonna be Scorpion.
Hey, fucking spoilers, guys! I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't care. It's fucking Mortal Kombat. Who gives a shit? The only thing that pisses me off about it is there's no fucking Johnny Cage.
Well, he's in the next one.
Yeah, this wasn't Mortal Kombat. There were mortals combating.
Yeah, this wasn't the official tournament.
Yeah,
so that's the fun part.
Yeah, it was.
But it was
anyway,
not tournament fighting sideline.
It was pre-tournament kind of thing. It was weird. But the next one will be Mortal Kombat, and one of the things they showed was that Johnny Cage will be in the next one. And I was like, fucking, that's some balls to already set up your second one. Like, it wasn't like the possibility is there for a second one. They're saying there's going to be a second one.
Well, I mean, to be fair, my generation's Mortal Kombat movie didn't deserve a sequel, and yet Annihilation exists.
Yeah, but I was a child, so I enjoyed it regardless.
I liked Street Fighter, and everybody should. Dude, you cannot give me a bad Raul Julia movie. I fucking love that guy.
I love him too, but Van Damme as Guile?
No, I don't care. Shut up. It's not like he talked. It's not like Guile had a bunch of catchphrases that made it that.
And you
like,
couldn't
he
even.
definitely
They
just-
couldn't even really do the hair. The best part about the guy, and he couldn't even do it.
Well, the Hollisman had hair throughout the whole fucking movie.
Right, the one guy who's not supposed to have hair.
Yeah, but I like Street Fighter. I would have loved to have seen a second Street Fighter. I like Super Mario Brothers, and everyone shits on that. I like them all. I even like House of the Dead that has nothing to do with House of the Dead.
I would have preferred the Super Mario movie to be more like the Super Mario Super Show with Captain Lou Albano.
The Whispering Plumbers. Yeah, I loved Captain Lou Albano, and to me it was funny that
Super Mario Brothers
like,
Super Show.
how do you have
Swing your arms side to side.
the one thing I will say, I felt that the original Mortal Kombat and even Annihilation cast better, which is a little weird to say because Bridget Wilson, who played Sonya Blade, couldn't act, or she couldn't martial arts. It was originally cast as Cameron Diaz was going to be Sonya Blade, but while training in, she was doing martial arts ahead of time. She was John Wicking it up before John Wick. She injured herself and couldn't perform.
She's also not the right body type. She's too skinny.
Yeah. But other than that, like, the only improvement was that the new Sonya Blade versus the old Sonya Blade. I don't care for the new any of the characters. All of the old characters were better. I fucking miss Trevor Goddard as Kano. By the middle of the new movie, I wanted them to Deadpool Kano from Wolverine.
Okay.
Mouth over, just patch it up with. I didn't care for Max Payne.
I will say they did finally get Raiden right.
Christopher Lambert was a bad choice.
Yeah, but that was the only name recognition besides for Carrie. I don't know his last name, and I know fucking everybody in Hollywood. Carrie, I can't pronounce his last name.
Which character?
Shang Tsung.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. You're right. I can't think of his last name now either.
Oh no, I can you want it spelled out? I can spell it out for you. But I just can't say it. It's Haruki or Horuyuki. It's Tagawa. It's Kari Haruki Tagawa, something like that. I don't know. She was like a Spaniard or whatever playing.
Hiroyuki Tagawa. Tagawa. Yeah. So Hiroyuki Tagawa.
Yeah, Katana was played by like a Puerto Rican. I'm fine with that. Lyndon Ashby as Johnny Cage, you cannot do a better Johnny Cage. But the guy who played Johnny Cage in Annihilation, where he got instantly killed, still did a solid job. And I'm almost positive it's gonna be a better job than whoever they get to play him.
Okay, this is
probably gonna be one of the Ashton twins, and I'm gonna be pissed.
This is what pisses me off about the older generation both Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter movies. Number one, the character of Johnny Cage was a mashup of Van Damme and Nicolas Cage. So
Yes.
if you're going to cast that role in a movie, the obvious choice is you cast Van Damme. But no, he wasn't part of the Mortal Kombat world. He was part of the Street Fighter world, which makes no goddamn sense. Van Damme should have been Johnny Cage in the Mortal Kombat movie, not fucking Guile in Street Fighter.
And Guile should have been Dolph Lundgren.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that.
God, I love Dolph Lundgren in Showdown with Tokyo. Yeah, Max Payne, to me personally, was probably the worst video game movie adaptation, which is saying something because I was like 3,000% sure Hardcore Henry was a video game adaptation of a game I never played. It's not, but it fucking should have been, and it would have been great.
It's like making an Action Jackson video game.
Oh my god, oh god, I love Action Jackson too. Have you seen Hardcore Henry?
No.
I hate found footage films, and this entire thing is a found footage film, and I fucking love it. Telsa Solo was better Princess Katana than she was a Vampirella. I would like to see that, but if you've got $3 to spend, probably $3.99, and all of your I'm serious, all of your kids need to be asleep. If your kids aren't asleep, don't watch this movie. If your kids are asleep, fucking Hardcore Henry is worth it. I never played Max Payne, but unless it took place exactly in Boston, Marky Mark was a wrong goddamn choice. So did Max Payne take place in Boston? Yeah, Maynard says Hardcore Henry surprised at how great it was. There's it's all first person, so that's unique. And it's extremely well done, and there's like there's lore and layers to it. Excellent movie.
I'll have to check it out.
I did not suggest Birdemic, I swear to God.
You did though.
I didn't know.
I said how
shit it was
because of you.
Yes, but it wasn't a suggestion. I was saying how shit it was. I am telling you.
You were right.
I'm not a found footage guy, and this is a handheld camera the entire fucking movie, and I liked the movie. It was a good movie to me. Anybody who has seen Hardcore Henry that didn't like the movie, please come. I'm not like I've got shit taste, and I'll be the first to admit it. I intentionally watch bad movies, and to me, Hardcore Henry, very good. I probably lost weight watching Hardcore Henry because my body thought I was running once. It can mistake that because it hasn't run in 23 years. I haven't done cardio since the Clinton administration. Yeah, pretty much.
Those are impressive numbers.
Yeah, get those numbers out, but almost as high as your cholesterol, buddy. Yeah. I really enjoyed the cast of Mortal Kombat better than the new Mortal Kombat. Vampirella 96 is free to watch on YouTube. Terrible movie. YouTube Vampirella? I don't know if I'm into that. Max Payne is also not a Southpaw. I try to ignore the Southpaw stuff as much as possible. I own a Beretta 92 FS because of Martin Riggs and John McClane. And John McClane's a Southpaw, and I hate it. Mona Sachs is about the same age as him, and Exhibit is the weirdest cast because the character he played was an old white dude with a... I don't care for that at all. Yeah, I passed on Hardcore Henry for so long. Is it recommended? I recommend Hardcore Henry. I also like all of those movies I just listed. So if you thought Super Mario Brothers was stupid, don't take my suggestions. But yeah, fucking. It would be one of the movies I suggest most for somebody in a genre I do not care for. But also, if you guys haven't seen it, Action Jackson. It's really good.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
If you like Predator, but you wanted to see it in an urban setting,
then watch Predators.
Watch Predators. But if you don't want to go that far back,
No, it's Predator 2. Get it right.
Oh yeah, it is Predator 2. Predators is on a fucking planet. And if it wasn't up to snuff, blame Maynard. Tired of getting flack. Also, put Hardcore Henry on your list, Garrick. If it's not on there, also Action Jackson and Showdown in Little Tokyo. I liked all of Brandon Lee's movies except for Rapid Fire.
You liked The Crow?
I like The Crow, yeah. Which apparently took place in Michigan.
Yeah.
Wait, did either of you get to watch King Kong versus Godzilla?
No,
Yes,
I
I
still
did.
haven't gotten around to that one either.
You know what? They talk about Carl Weathers as a wild card cop. He wasn't. Carl Weather was a calm dude by the book. The opening scene, like they talk him up as this fucking nut job, but this kid comes in, he's doing paperwork on fucking paper, and this kid jumps over, knocks some shit over, and ends up spilling a coffee all over his paperwork. And all he says is, "Simmer down now." What's this? Cool it or something. Whatever he says. He's got a catchphrase. He's black. They have catchphrases. But like it takes like serious ass whooping to get him to whoop ass. He's not a wild card cop because it just ends up making it look like it because he beats the goddamn shit out of the coach. But yeah, I guess he's a wild card cop because he ends up hooking up with Vanity and Sharon Stone. So
winning,
fine. Yeah. And what 1984? That was a good.
Nah, it was like
no, it was 88.
87, 88.
Yeah. Those are good polls. Good polls at the time.
Absolutely.
Good job.
What's Vanity look like now? She's dead, isn't she?
Dead. Yeah, she died in like 2013, 2014, somewhere in there. But Sharon Stone's not looking that bad. I mean, she hasn't Madonna'd.
Well, no. Oh, who am I thinking? Oh, I'm thinking of Kelly McGinnis. Did not age well.
Oh.
Not coming back for Top Gun 2.
Leave that grandmother alone.
Looking like Judi Dench all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm. This best work was Happy Gilmore. Wasn't bad. But yeah, I didn't care for him in Rocky. But I didn't care for him in Predators either. But I fucking love him in Action Jackson. Talk about some stupid shit. What else do we got? Predator 2. We got Predator 2. The other Action Jackson. Walker Cop. Henry's good. And there's boobies and fucking the guy who played Murdoch is in it with like every goddamn accent imaginable. What else is like Action Jackson level of fucking badassness?
Last Action Hero?
Yeah, that's a little over the top. But Um, you know what? I fucking, as far as cultural appropriation goes, Big Trouble or Big Showdown in Little Tokyo or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, Showdown in Little Tokyo has Dolph Lundgren, fucking the definition of gaijin. Is blonde hair, blue eyed devil. Is a his military family grew up in Japan and absolutely absorbed the culture and loves it. And then you got Brandon Lee, whose father is not Japanese, Chinese, but we'll let that slide. His father was Japanese, and he's American as apple pie. So they're like, it's opposite buddy cop movie of just like could not be made today. Cultural appropriation. Even Dolph Lundgren even has a getaway that is an entire. I can't think of the name of their Japanese huts that are like made of bamboo and rice paper, but it ends up getting shot to fuck. So if you like that place, heads up. Also disappointing is Tia Carrere uses a body double.
Well, how old is Tia Carrere now?
Grandmother age, but don't
Let's
fake
see.
the funk. This is 1985. Don't
Well,
don't
back
do it to
then,
her.
yes.
Bloodsport was pretty bad on that. Bloodsport was pretty bad on what? Cultural appropriation or swapping Japs for nips for slant eyes or whatever. Oh, yeah. Frank Dukes is a fucking liar. He said he had to fight like 52 dudes in a 2-week period, and to do that, the ranking system must have been 3 million people. Like, one loss tournament of 52 dudes starts out with like multiple millions of motherfuckers. Round 1, 3 million. Round 2, 1.5 million. 3, 750,000. And it cuts down, and that's how many people it would take to go through 52 rounds. An insane number. So yeah, not possible. But what bothers me more than Bloodsport is I watched Bloodsport, and then like 15 years later I watched The Quest, and those are supposed to be 2 different movies. And they're not. There's just a better subplot in The Quest than there was in Bloodsport. And apparently Frank Dukes wrote them both. Oh, no. Showdown in Little Tokyo was my favorite Brandon Lee. Also, The Crow was good.
I thought it was overhyped. Not
The
saying
Crow?
it's bad. I just think it's overhyped.
I thought The Crow took place in California, which made me believe that the entire goddamn country experienced Devil's Night. And that is not the case.
Nope, Michigan.
Yep. No. I'm not thinking of Rapid Fire. That was with Powers Booth. I'm thinking of oh shit, what am I thinking of? He had 5 movies. Why can't I freaking think of it? Laser Mission. It might have been Legacy of Rage. No, I think it was Laser Mission.
Ooh, Ray Dong Chong did not age well.
What are you saying Ray Dong Chong in? Commando?
Nothing, I was just thinking of, hot chicks from 80s movies.
Oh, don't do that. God, no. Yeah. Don't do that. American Ninja.
Remo
There's a cultural
Williams, The
appropriation
Adventure
for you.
Begins. You were looking for another
No.
Action Jackson movie? Remo Williams.
Oh yeah, okay. No, I was going with cultural appropriation, and American
Whoa.
Ninja kind of fit that bill.
Yeah, so did Remo Williams.
Oh, Lightning Jack. It's a Western starring Paul fucking Hogan and Cuba Gooding Jr. Frank Jinks is the kind of guy who would claim to be a Green Beret in the Marines. Yeah, I was an airborne Navy SEAL from the Coast Guard. I wonder what 80s chicks did age well. Well, Lauren...
Sharon Stone.
Yeah. Lauren... not Lauren Hutton. Lauren... damn it, what's her name? Anyway, she's in her 70s, and she looks great still.
Why can I never... The gal who played... Jane Seymour. Jane Seymour aged very well.
Jane Seymour, yeah.
That's more of a 70s chick, but she's still hot.
Cher, also 70s chick.
Yeah.
Bo Derek doesn't look bad. But there's 90s women who don't look good anymore.
That's true. Janine Garofalo.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think of the quintessential 90s chick.
I bet Matt does too, because we have weird boners for the same weird chicks. Like Matt and I were like, so Lacey Green, right? He's like, I know.
I wonder what she looks like nowadays. She's not doing YouTube videos anymore, is she?
Fuck if I know. She's probably on OnlyFans. If she is, I'm gonna need $30 from you guys per month.
I'm gonna need about Tree Fitty.
Tree Fitty person. Pam Grier, yeah. Oh, I loved Pam Grier in Class of 1999. The story of Class of 99 is almost as good as the movie of 1999. Class of 1999. Yeah, I was thinking Laser Mission, not Rapid Fire. I make sure I have to say that.
Yeah, Lacey Green's like a solid 6.5, 7.
Yeah, but I picture her in The Office, which adds 2. There will be a need for a new sexual harassment training. I'll guarantee you. Chubby cheeks. I just want to mush them with my penis. Pam Grier, yeah. Never liked Jada Pinkett. But Sally Richardson, who was in Low Down Dirty Shame, was gorgeous. Shame backed the wrong horse, even though she betrayed him.
Tanya Roberts. Would you consider her an 80s chick? Tanya Roberts?
70s. No. My favorite movies from her are the 70s. Sheena. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And that was PG. It isn't PG, but it was PG. And Beastmaster, God, she has such a bimbo voice. Are you writing these down, Garrick?
No.
Action Jackson. Hardcore Henry.
Grace Jones.
Apparently, Rapid Fire. No. Although she was banging Dolph in his prime, so good for one of them. No. Stacey Dash is not as cute as she once wanted, and neither is Reese Witherspoon. Although Erwin looked pretty freaking good, even though what's her nut? She's definitely 90s though. Whatever Tyler, Steven Tyler's daughter, Liv.
Liv Tyler.
Never thought she was all
Liv.
that. Sandra Bullock. Kind of a 90s chick. Really.
I'll say
Jane
Lord of
McCarthy.
the Rings really dressed up Liv Tyler really well. It did a lot for her image.
Yeah.
Until you see Armageddon.
Yeah,
Hey.
well, it's still
Hey,
pretty
Stacey
decent.
Dash. Stacey Dash is a good pull.
Barbara was also PG. Yeah, so was Beastmaster. Put Beastmaster on the list, Garrett. Rip Torn or fucking Rip was it? Rip Torn. Just sacrificing the shit out of children and whatnot.
Kathy Ireland.
Terrible actress. Probably the prettiest that wasn't acting. It's terrible. Natasha Henstridge.
Nikki Taylor.
I don't know when Species came out, but good God, Natasha Henstridge was far too comfortable being naked at 19. Matilda May from Life Force. Put that on the list, Garrick.
Grace Jones was in Conan the Destroyer, guys.
I know.
No, Octopussy had the lesbian pilot that he rapes in the barn.
Didn't Octopussy have the tranny?
Yeah, one of the Bond girls was a tranny. Let's see what there's. Carolyn Cossey was in For Your Eyes Only. So she was in the one with Dalton.
Fucking his were probably the darkest of the Bond movies.
Yeah, they were dark.
Like Felix got like fed to sharks.
Oh, speaking of, Natasha Henstridge got a new movie coming out soon called Night at the Sicario. Kind of looking forward to it.
Whoa, you want to talk about a freak of nature? The transsexual Bond woman is actually a freak of nature, sort of.
Isn't she a hermaphrodite?
Triple XY.
Wow, that's
yeah. You want
that's
to talk
a lucky
about
combination?
That is like insanely rare.
Yeah, I mean, there's like usually some like having a second chromosome on either side is well, usually it's a second X, but usually there's some genetic abnormalities like XXY, XYY is like tall and thin and long fingered like fucking Voldemort, but almost all the others have like serious birth defects. So her with triple X, that was a win in the lottery, even though little penis. But yeah, I could see why like having extra feminine features would aid in your tranniness.
Yeah, so this isn't just somebody deciding that they're the opposite sex. This is literally a transsexual that has a condition.
Yeah,
She got a problem.
She probably had both parts.
Yes, probably.
That's strange. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So not a man. Actually, barely a man at all. With 3 X's.
Yeah, that's an extra X to most women. So
Yeah, she was more woman than woman.
pretty much. Pretty much.
Unlike those dudes with a penis, which is addition to a woman. front holes, plural. But let's get the fuck off that topic.
She's also in Power Station Some Like It Hot video.
What Kelly LeBrock? Kelly LeBrock.
Yeah, she did not age well.
Yeah, she did not, but Weird Science, fucking point. And that accent.
Yeah, some recent girl decided that they were, I don't know if she's an Instagram model or what, tried to pull off that Weird Science look with the short sweatshirt. And it's good looking, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't come anywhere near close to doing her justice.
Mm-hmm. Also, Kelly Brook in what the fuck was that movie she did? Piranha 3D. She doesn't look that good now, but she's only 41. But she got into Fat Pride, which is fine because she had like 3 kids. So, have at it. You're a mom now. Don't go flashing your titties on everything. I never cared for
Tawny Katane.
No, I cared for Tawny Katane.
Yeah, she didn't age well either.
Damn it, what was her name? Eliza Cuthbert. Girl Next Door, Eliza Cuthbert. Jack Bauer's constantly kidnapped daughter on 24. Didn't care for her.
Meh.
Oddly,
90s girl because she was born in 83.
Yeah. Barely 90s girl. But she was like 17. What was I going to say? Megan Fox probably looks better today than she did 15 years ago.
Really? This I got to see. She's still married to what's his nuts?
Brian Austin Green, I think.
Has a couple of kids with him. 3 of them.
Well, actually, having kids is what did it for her.
Really? Made her better looking?
She got curves.
You're right. She's still phenomenally good looking.
Mm-hmm. But, like...
divorced?
Fingers crossed. You got a chance, bro.
No, I don't.
Wreck that family. You don't need that family.
Separated last year.
Beautiful. He probably did something stupid. She's too pretty to have done anything wrong.
She's got toe thumbs.
I'll suck on her toe thumbs. I swear to fucking God. Natasha Henstridge is so beautiful for being older.
God damn.
There's Natasha Williams, I think, who was with Natasha Henstridge on that fucking USA Up All Night bullshit movie or show they did together. It wasn't USA Up All Night, but it was like in it should have been. It's She Spies. That's a good looking black woman. At the time, I would have tainted my gene pool for her. Like, sully my white purity.
Yeah, Brian Austin Green had better be nice, Steven. Everybody hated him. He sucked on 90210. He sucked on everything he's ever been in. He better be a nice guy.
I saw him in... What was it? Chrome Skull 2? I think it's like Farewell to the Flesh or something like that. Chrome Skull 2, whatever it is. No, that's Candyman 2. Last Rites. Anyways, it's Chrome Skull 2. I fucking hated him. But I've never liked Brian Austin Green. Well, one time, Brian Austin Green and Ian Ziering, I think is his name. They were in a movie with playing themselves, the douchebags themselves, and they were douchebags. Domino with Keira Knightley, and it's based on a real story of Domino, the titular character, if you will. And she happened to run into a couple of celebrities who were doing like a celebrity thing, and they ended up hiring Brian Austin Green and Ian Ziering to play the celebrities. And it's just a real shit scene. I just saw Billy Zane being a douche in something, and I can't think of what it was. But I liked him for being a douche. Which Billy Zane has a level of charm that I miss in a lot of Hollywood. Steven, what the fuck was I watching with Billy Zane as a douche? Playing Billy Zane, the douche? Oh, the boys. Liza Cuthbert, after Girl Next Door, she would have been cast as Emma Frost before January Jones. Brian Austin Green was hungover when I met him, but still nice. Megan Fox was good, and How to Lose Friends and Alien People. Never saw that movie. Was also on Desperate Housewives at the time. I met him. He was promoting Chrome Skull. Laid to Rest, that was it. Well, it's Laid to Rest, Chrome Skull 2. The first one is Laid to Rest. I tried to find Chrome Skull 1. It's not a thing. The character is named Chrome Skull. So it's like Friday the 13th, how there's 7 of them. But the 8th one is Jason Takes Manhattan. And the 9th one is Jason Goes to Hell. And the 10th one is because they couldn't take the... yeah, thanks to the boys. So that was the same thing. It was Laid to Rest is the first movie, and then Laid to Rest Chrome Skull 2 is the second movie. Thomas Dekker, Manny Michaels, Daniel Harris. Daniel Harris was cute 10 years ago, and I missed that. In general, Jewish women don't age well, and Danielle Harris is Jewish. Yeah, Billy Zane was playing himself at like a Comic-Con, and someone was like, "Oh, you're my favorite actor, Billy Zane. Can you sign this?" And he waves off the trying to get handed to him, and one of his handlers takes it. And I'm like, I like that he can play a douche as himself, and I still like the guy. But he's got a charm that people don't have. Like Anton Yelchin had an innocence that kind of shone through that I also liked. Or Channing Tatum has this dumb good-naturedness, or like a Brandon Fraser charm. It's not something that everyone has or can have. Or Sarah Silverman does look good still, but Jewish, so it's gonna fall apart any day now. If you don't believe me, look at Janine Garofalo, Amy Schumer, Danielle Harris, any Jewish mother.
All they have to do is keep the weight off, and they stay good looking.
No, not everyone's Susan Hoff. Calm your shit.
Ooh, there's an 80s girl. Good Lord.
Oh, God. Look her up now.
Still hot.
Is she?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna do it. God, she was so cute. There was just something about her singing that was like crystal clear that I just fucking loved. Oh God, damn it! Autocorrect to Susan Summers. That was bad.
Who, for being like 90, still moderately attractive.
She's being as old as Betty
I mean,
White.
she looks like Janice the Muppet, but she always kind of has.
Oh, she does look good. All right, look at you. You are definitely look younger than you are. That's odd. She looks less ethnic than she does 20 years ago. Fucking 30 years ago. Where she signed in like she's 62 and she looks less ethnic than she does at 26. Maybe she grew into her nose and ears. For some reason their nose is good. But yeah. Possible. Garofalo's nose is good. Yeah. Seriously. Yeah, we're all cut up. Talked a lot of bullshit today, and I got my digs in on Jews, and I was able to bring up Santa sleighs, so that crosses that off my list. Tiny Catan. Any relation to Chris Catan?
No, Catane. Tawny
Okay,
Catane, and it's different spelling. And no, they're not related.
No, I know. I've only heard one song from Susan Hoff from the 1993 Buffy's. Dude, if you ever want to break up with Matt,
no, I guarantee you've heard "Walk Like an Egyptian."
Yeah,
you've heard more than one song.
Yeah. And there's got to be Manic Monday has to be all over the place. Matt Stone is still handsome, Jew guy. From South Park?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
He's not the
either
one
of those guys
Trey.
being particularly handsome in basketball. Put that on the list, Garrick. Wake up.
No. That's a terrible movie.
It is a terrible movie.
Oh my god, it's so good. Oh,
but
Idiocracy.
It's good because it's intentionally terrible.
Yeah. It's hard to say he's not a Jew when he had that hair in basketball. The Bengals, yes. Susan Hoff. Just watch her, and it's like she's whispering in your ear anything she says. Like, her level of lip syncing is off the charts. Like, you can feel her pronouncing letters and words.
Right. You can say, go watch the video for Walk Like an Egyptian, and you'll know which one is her.
Oh, God, yes.
I don't have to tell you. You'll know.
If I could, save her looking side to side after saying Walk Like an Egyptian to my fucking screensaver, somebody get on that and then send it to me.
I think that already exists. Let me check.
I will pay $6.99 for that per month.
Here's a whole bunch of them.
Can you dig it?
In Gun Club. I'd almost say the last one on that page is even better than looking to the other side. Here, I'll just throw in the chat too, since this is obviously taking everybody's attention. I don't think Matt would understand The Warriors for what it is. You got to have some other movies under your belt before you can watch The Warriors and truly appreciate it. Did you drop off? You're back.
Might have been one too many things about the Juden. Yeah, go ahead and text that to me.
I did. Well, I sent it to you in Gun Club.
Okay, I can freaking email it to myself, whatever.
And since you had dropped off and I didn't realize, I will tell you that link that I sent. Look at the last one on that page. It's almost better than the looking to the side.
Mm.
We're about to lose Garrick.
Did you unmute just for the yawn?
Yep, pretty much.
Thanks, bud. Thanks, bud.
We should probably wrap this up. It's been like 3 hours.
Oh, yeah. Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, if you don't hurry up, you're going to get lumberjack Garrick again.
All right.
Well, I'm going to
else
get
we got?
lumberjacks in the off hours, no matter what we got. I feel like we missed one of the topics because you came back or somebody came back.
I think you're right. I think we missed something, but we can always pick it up next week. It'll still be relevant, right? Right?
That's funny.
Possible.
When has anything ever been relevant in a week?
Oh, Rosario Dawson from Rent does. Rosario Dawson, another one I'd let take my bloodline.
Yes. Just the rooftop dancing scene from Clerks 2.
Or anything from Sin City.
Fair.
And Juicy Smollett's sister is kind of growing on me. All right, let's get out of here.
All right. Say goodnight, everybody.
Smouillet.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Well, I believe in good vibrations is what creates a beautiful nation. All you need is the will to do right.